It's chat time with Chunk and Cucumber and your host, Dino.
Everybody.
Whoa, I'm gigantic.
You're huge. What happened?
I'm better now.
You're better now?
Listen, he gained a little weight. He's a little sensitive. It is a pandemic. It's okay.
Oh. And dulce-demic.
We don't have.
I mean, that'll do it to any of us.
A pan dulce place.
No, I don't know one.
Panaderia.
Yeah, that's poison to me, so.
Oh, yeah.
Well, welcome to Chat Time, everybody.
Yay!
We're having a slow start, as you can tell. But welcome. I'm your host, Dino, as always. And with me, of course, is Chunk and Cucumber.
I'm Cucumber sometimes.
And we have our special guest, Samantha Bullat, right?
Yes, that's right. Wow, good job.
Yeah. Yay! Good morning from Louisiana. Good morning, Lacey. Hello. Has anyone seen my cat today? Reed, no, I'm sorry. I have not seen your cat.
Dino's not crazy. He's just reading the chat. I don't know.
Yes, sorry. I also don't have my cat today. Sorry, everybody. You can expect that Zelda will not be here Thursday mornings because she likes to sleep in. That's a lie. She wakes me up at 3 in the morning every day. Anyways, welcome to Chat Time, and like I said, we have our special guest Samantha today. Before we get to know who Samantha is and her deepest regrets and fears, let's do what we always do, and what?
You're
just waving hi.
Daniel Rhodes.
Oh, good evening, Daniel.
Good morning.
I'm
from
still
California.
drinking coffee.
California.
California.
Ooh, what are you doing here? Anyways, let's go to But How Do You Feel? So, for those of you that are new, if you're here, I know I need more coffee, Aaron. I'm working on it. For those of you that are new here, But How Do You Feel is where we describe how we're feeling, but using categories.
Potatoes.
That's a better way to explain it. I should have said that before.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Kelsey says,
reshoot every other episode.
That's right. Let's start over. Kelsey, you're there. You gotta come back. Anyways, so we describe how we're feeling using a certain category. And today... What?
You keep, like, speeding up. It's not you. It's the tech.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're like, slow down for a second. And it's like... I'm loving it. I think it's great.
That's just the coffee, I think. It's working a little bit at a time. So today, because we have Samantha, is it doing it again?
You're fine. You're fine.
You're fine. Just keep going.
Okay, because we have Samantha here, we're gonna describe how we're feeling using an uncommon article of clothing.
Nice.
I'll start.
Okay.
For me, I chose the cummerbund because much like anybody who's ever put on a cummerbund for the first time.
Alright, please continue.
Much like anybody who's ever put on a cummerbund for the first time, I can't tell which way is up, and I can't get myself situated properly. And when I put it on, it never looks right, and I just feel like, is this right? And then it sits at the wrong spot, and I just look like I have a weird belt. So I feel like a cummerbund today.
Nice.
Huh.
I'll say I feel like a... oh, jeez. Here's my problem. I don't actually know the difference between, like, a cravat and an ascot, but whichever one of the two looks cooler, like the one that goes, like, around the neck and then it, like, fluffs forward, it's like a little gathered and it tucks back into your jacket. Whichever one that is, that's what I feel like. I feel like, because it's a little lazy, but it looks pretty damn good. It's a little lazy, but it looks good. That's
And
how I
wordy,
feel
which is
today.
very much like you.
And what?
Wordy.
Wordy? You're not wrong, sir.
Oh man.
I'm gonna go with a shirt garter, because they're real weird. They're hard to put on, but once you got it, you're ready to go. Like your morning set, and you feel good, even though it was a giant hassle to get it on, and you look ridiculous if people find out what you're wearing.
What the hell is the shirt garter?
It's like this weird thing where, like, you know, like a garter, like a sexy garter thing. It's
I
kind of
sure
like
do.
that, but it keeps your shirt tucked in. And sometimes it
Oh.
attaches to your socks,
like-
so it keeps your socks up and keeps your shirt tucked in.
Oh,
Oh wow, it's like the pocket protector of garters.
Right?
that was so mine.
I wore one once, and it was like, it was weird, but it was like great because my shirt stayed tucked in all day.
It's great.
Proud of you.
What about Ryan and
Chunk
Samantha?
already gave mine away.
Oh,
I was gonna do
Oh, did I?
soccer. Yeah, thanks.
Shut
That's
it
okay.
down.
Sorry.
go for it. Why sock? Why that choice?
Okay, sock garter because it helps you look like you've got all your shit together. Your socks are up in place. But inside, where people can't see, you're like under a lot of tension. So
Very nice.
I like that. It's a different version of the duck swimming on a lake kind of thing.
exactly.
We like duck.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with.
Hair poof's so tall.
Yeah, it is. It's
He's
just
just
a
trying
shirt.
desperately to be seen.
I'm gonna go with suspenders. They're not something that everyone wears a lot anymore, but they're very supportive.
Until like one of those
Aw.
clips goes and like pings you in the eye.
Okay.
Dangerous, man. That's a spring-loaded trap.
Are you like the button suspenders or the clip suspenders?
the classic button. or,
Oh, like Goofy. Nice.
Yeah. Respectable. Yeah. Dog. Oh, that's good.
He knows his key.
So, yeah, we don't have a cat today. We have a dog. It's fine. I love dogs.
Next week we'll have a tape here. Starring Jack Hanna. Fuck, we should get Jack Hanna. Anyway, what's he doing? Nothing.
What about Steve Irwin? Wait.
Get his kids. They're great.
I used to do this high five thing, where like you go for a high five. You know how you do the silly like turkey whatever like jokes for the high five. I would go in.
Sure.
I would. You never done that? Where you like
No.
you like high five and then you like put your hand like this on their hand and you're like turkey.
No, I like
no,
high fives. They make me feel good. Why would I fuck up a high five, you know?
Yeah.
That's exactly why you fuck up a high five.
Spreading misery.
Exactly. Which is why I would do it and I'd go like this and then I'd poke him in the chest and say Stingray.
Ooh,
Yep.
buddy.
I have a really dark sense of humor, guys. This is
Dino's a jerk.
Yeah, look, you broke Lacey's heart in the chat.
I love Steve Irwin. I love him to death. I am not saying he's a bad
Yeah,
person or he
clearly
did
to
anything
death.
wrong.
By the way,
You're allowed to laugh at things even if you love the person it's making fun of.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I'm also a big fan of Steve.
That's fine. We make fun
I
of
looked
each
it up.
other
Jack Hanna's
Oh,
constantly.
John Pullum's in the chat. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Hey.
Too soon. Sorry, John. Cucumber sending you virtual high fives.
Yeah, and I'll actually complete them, unlike Turkey Bastard down there.
Oh, for the record, Jack Hanna's Into the Wild airs Saturday mornings on the CW. This show is now not brought to you by the CW after those comments about Steve Irwin. That one stings. That's right, Kelsey. Good job with the pun. Proud of you. I'm so happy we brought you into this family. It's great.
Punch
dirty.
up. Punch up. Oh.
Oh man. Anyways, Samantha's here. Hi.
Yeah, you'd still like to be here. I don't blame you.
Yeah, we understand. You're not.
Anyways, Samantha, tell the people who are you? What do you do? What do you like? What do you hate? How badly are you saddened by my jokes?
Oh, yeah. I'm ready to leave. I don't know if I can do.
Okay, hi.
Lacey Shalom asked, so I think I missed it, but who is the gorgeous queen we're talking to today?
We're about.
Well, I
Oh,
guess we're finding out right now, but I just thought it was a nice question.
that was cute.
That is nice. I am Samantha, and I am a historical costumer. So I make historical clothing for museums and reenactments, and just for fun. So yeah, that's what I do.
Awesome.
Yeah. What
And
what got you into that? Like what brought you to that career?
I've always been really interested in costumes, whether it's like theater or movies or whatever. And it turns out that there was a Civil War reenactment in my hometown of Huntington Beach, which is probably one of the weirder things that happens there. Like most people don't think Southern California and think Civil War. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so I just started doing it because I liked it, and it turns out you can make something of a career out of it. So that's what I do now.
That's awesome.
Do you really stick to that period when you make clothes, or do you have like different a range
No.
of periods that you make?
Yeah, I do pretty much all the time periods. So whatever strikes my fancy at the time, or whatever event I have going on. So I actually have this is a 18th century corset or pair of stays. So
Oh wow.
for like American Revolution, that kind of time period. So.
And that looks like a pain to make. You do that by hand?
I actually did not do that one all by hand, but I have done them all by hand before, and it's actually caused me to have chronic tendonitis in my hand. So it's kind of a bummer. So
Yeah, we're
Yikes.
familiar
I like
with
the
that
body-
for no reason in particular.
Yeah, I was doing my homework too, and I was looking through all the pictures on your
Aw.
Instagram, and they look incredible. And also,
you.
I like that you showed things like you had. I saw the video of like you showed like older undergarments, which is like things that like people don't really realize how different it really was.
Yeah.
Just to put on clothes for a lady back then.
Right. It's a lot. So, and it's like as much as I love making it and wearing it, I am totally happy in my sweatpants and t-shirt. So I don't want to live back then. I don't wish I lived back then. I love being able to vote and wear sweatpants. So that's what I'm here for.
I love that. Yeah, a lot of I think I remember somebody was talking about reenactors the other one day, and they were saying like, oh, those people that the Civil War buffs, they wish they were living back then so they could fight in that war. And I was like, I don't think they do. I really don't. I think they just enjoy the style of it and enjoy the action if they are doing the actual war reenactment. But I don't think a lot of them really want to live in that time period.
No.
I wouldn't either. So you're not in Southern California anymore. You're in where?
I'm not. Yeah, I'm actually in Williamsburg, Virginia. So it turns out that you don't get to do a lot of historical stuff in Southern California, so I had to go where the older timey stuff is, and it turned out to be here. So there's if anyone has Colonial Williamsburg, it's pretty much the biggest living history museum in the world, and it's sort of like Westworld in a way, just without robots, but that same kind of immersive experience. So when Westworld came out, we were all like, oh god, it's like our life. It's pretty
You know, it's all
Weird.
right.
Yeah, I can relate.
Yeah.
It's wearing those cowboy clothes and walking around Ghost Town
Yeah.
in the 117 degree weather.
That's right.
Oh yeah. And just like
Oh,
the way
man.
that like some visitors interact with you, like just this kind of idea that like they know you're a human, but they also just kind of do whatever they want, say whatever they want.
People
So-
don't know how to play. That every theme
No.
park themed interaction needs to understand when training people don't know how to play along. Give them a
Nope.
fucking handbook or something. It's not that they're mean or evil, they just don't get it. So you gotta spell it out for them.
Yeah, they're like, okay, but this is a joke, right? This is a joke. Like, you're kidding. Like, you're not real.
Right.
You're not real.
Here, hold this cell phone. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
what's this magic box? Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
I hate it
Kelsey's
so much.
right. Yeah, we have to teach them how to play. That's exactly right. You have to show them how to do it. Lacey says she's following you and that she's been to Williamsburg, and that was really cool. I do want to go to Williamsburg. I heard really cool
It
things
is
about it.
It is very cool. Doing a lot of cool things, like not just with the history that we've always done, but really digging into telling a fuller story, including, you know, the stories of enslaved Black people and Native people. So they're trying to really push the boundaries on what we think of as American history, which is super important right now. So.
Yeah, exactly. And I love that Williamsburg has become that place where you can kind of like walk into that era and be part of that. We should all go and just be like non-ironic, like actually like want to be there and play along. And
I'd be down.
Yeah,
since we know how to play, right, Cucumber?
yeah, it's on the list.
It's a fun place to go. I've been there once. It's
Oh, yeah?
very pretty too. Yeah.
Oh man, when the world's not on fire anymore, we'll go.
Yeah.
Are you guys still out and about? Oh, yeah, I guess you're outside. Can you do stuff? Are there contingencies?
Yeah, it is totally open because we do have a lot of outdoor programming, and we just try to maintain social distancing and masks when we're inside. So in terms of like, you know, trying to be historically accurate, we're still wearing masks, and we're just kind of like, you know, it is what it is.
They had masks back then, maybe.
They did, and they totally had, you know, plagues and epidemics and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my
So
gosh,
it's
I
like
just
now.
want everybody with the long plague mask. Just...
Right.
So besides what you're doing now, as far as the reenactments and the costume and everything, what else do you do out there? Like, what else do you spend your time doing, or does that pretty much take up everything?
That's pretty much it. And I don't know if
Yeah.
that makes me sound like lame or not.
I mean, you're doing things that take a lot of time. You're making clothes. Like, it's not like you're just putting on costumes and going outside. Like, you're actually making things.
Yeah.
Your job
It's
is like a thing you like to do.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. So it's my job, but it's also what I do in my free time. So, like, I hate to call it a hobby, but it's also my hobby. It's just what I do. And I recently started a YouTube channel, so that's taken up a lot of my time. Sharing my costumes and how to make them and how to wear them and stuff. So that's been actually really fun, and flexing some different creative muscles, which is always good.
That's awesome. Lacey says that the blue dress Felicity is gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. That one's fun because it, like, for me, it kind of bridges historical costume, but there's an element of cosplay in it too, because it's a character. And the few cosplays I've done have always had a historical twist to them, since that's what I'm most interested in. So I did like a Victorian version of Wednesday Addams, which I really enjoyed and had a lot of fun with. So yeah, I like kind of finding historical inspiration and then applying that to pop culture characters.
That's super cool. I love that idea.
I want like Victorian Star Wars now. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, I actually have some ideas bubbling for some of that. So
Yes.
Yes. I think Lacey's your new super fan. She's like,
Aw.
she's going. You're a cosplayer, stars.
yeah, I also did a Renaissance version of Belle from Beauty and the Beast. So yeah, I have a lot of fun mixing the things. Ooh, Victorian
so
Deadpool.
cool. Ooh, that'd be pretty cool. I like the mashup ideas. One year we did Deadpool Skywalker family outing, where we dressed as Deadpool versions of Vader, Luke, and Leia, and we went to Star Wars Celebration and just like walked. No, it was D23. But yeah, I like those like things that break. Or then like there was like a Muppet Star Wars characters that were walking around at Star Wars Celebration, where it was just like they were all like suited up and everything, but it was just their heads and their hands, and it was amazing. It was amazing. I love stuff like that. So please, if you ever do any kind of Victorian Star Wars or Deadpool, let us know. We will have you back on to show it off.
I will say that is something that I miss about being in Southern California. Like, I miss being right there for Comic-Con, and I'd love to go to D23 someday. So there's like that kind of trade-off being where I am now.
Yeah, that's true. I always go back and forth about moving. Like I could do some things that I want to do other places, but also like there's a lot of things in Southern California that are only in Southern California that I don't know if I would give up.
Like what?
But like conventions and just the fact that Hollywood's right there and that we could do a lot of cool things that you can't really do anywhere else, and that the entertainment industry is really big right here, and it is in some other places, but not the same way.
Yeah.
And also, I like working at theme parks too. So.
You could come work at Busch Gardens.
There you go. There you go.
King's Dominion.
So it's really weird having Colonial Williamsburg, and then like 15 minutes down the road, we have Busch Gardens, Williamsburg.
That's cool.
Yeah, so the school kids who come are like super bored at the museum, and they're like, okay, we get to go to Busch Gardens tomorrow, so it'll all be fine.
Rude.
I know.
Oh, Adorable Jess just said your costuming is stunning. So happy you're on the show today.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Jess and her husband Adam do their own like fabricating and costuming especially with spooky things. Adam Jess Effects. Yeah, they made some stuff for Chunky Cucumber actually.
Yeah, they made they made my Clone Trooper armor and Chunk's Ugnaught costume for our Star Wars.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So Kelsey says, notice how he didn't say he'd miss you all. Wow, Dino. Sorry, okay, I'll miss you too, guys. But I mean, you know,
too late. Dino.
I mean, mostly we've been virtual anyway, so.
I guess that's true. What is contact anymore? What's the hardest thing you've ever made? Like, what was the one thing where it's like, my head is going to explode because this is like the most difficult, challenging, evil project, but you stuck it through.
Wow. Probably the biggest one that I've done was my Tudor Queen outfit, and that I do have a YouTube video on that. Probably because it was just the biggest, most involved, most expensive thing that I've ever done. So but it paid off for me for sure. So.
Nice.
That's awesome. What is there a certain like aspect of costuming, like of building these wardrobes, that is always the hardest thing for you? Like a certain part of it, whether it's like the buttons or something. I don't know. Buttons are probably not that hard, but you know what I mean? Like, is it like no matter what costume it is, what time period, like one certain aspect is always like your biggest struggle? Do you have one of those?
I think the thing that I probably obsess about the most for each build is making it fit correctly. Because basically once you know that it's going to work and you have all that figured out, the construction aspect, for me at least, goes pretty quickly. It's taking the time to make sure it fits and hangs right and you can move in it, because that is important. Because they're costumes, and I call myself a costumer, but I really think of them as clothing. And they should, especially for, like you have experience wearing costumes that you really have to work and live in, and you can't do your job if they're not comfortable. So that's super important.
Yeah, that's true. What is the easiest thing? What is something that you could do all day, every day? Like your favorite part of it?
Buying fabric.
Feel that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Shopping's always better.
Yeah, spending money on materials is not hard.
Is there a cost? Oh, Dan had a question. He said, "Is there a costume you had to say no to, but you would like to try eventually?"
Ooh, that's a good one. Let's see. Maybe not that I've said no to, but that I just haven't had time to do. I really actually want to do a Victorian Morticia Addams to kind of go with my Wednesday Addams, and I just haven't had an excuse to do it. So it's really when I don't have a reason to make it that it makes it hard. So
That's
Have you
fair.
ever
Or
made
fun?
little versions of stuff like Felted Friends sized?
I have. How funny you should mention that. Yeah, so I made my own little Grogu.
Wee wee.
Before they actually released any Baby Yoda merch because I just couldn't wait. So he literally is a felted friend. He's actually made out of felt.
Cute.
So
Nice.
super fun.
Aw,
Wee.
cutie. Kelsey is curious. She says, "What is your absolute favorite thing about what you do?"
Ooh, I think just the fact that I actually get paid to do it. Because I definitely growing up, it was always encouraged for me to like get a practical job, a useful job. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but I think when you kind of reach that point and you realize you can pursue your creative passions and actually make some kind of living out of it is a really freeing and really cool moment. So even though I never dreamed that I would be doing what I love for a job, I'm really thankful that I get to do it. And it's definitely not always easy. As I'm sure we all know, creatives are like horribly underpaid and undervalued, but it's still really cool. I know, I'm preaching to the choir, probably.
That was Cucumber banging his head against the wall. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Very far from the walls, but I'll. There you go.
Ouch. Oh gosh, where was it? I lost the
Adorable
question.
Justice says, so what you're saying is you need me to commission a Morticia.
That's what I was looking for. Oh, I love that. Kelsey says, "Oh, sorry." Adorable Justice said, "What was your most rewarding project? The one that made you go, this is the dream. This brought the passion back."
Ooh. Well, like the tutor one that I mentioned earlier, and also probably my Felicity blue dress, because those both were rooted in like childhood dreams of mine, basically. So getting to bring stuff that I loved as a kid and like kind of achieve those goals as an adult, it's like dreams really do come true and all that.
That's awesome. MJO says he's late, but he's like, what does our guest do? You know what, Samantha? I'll have you give a little quick sentence about what you do because it's your job, not mine.
Officially, I am a costumer for a living history museum out here in Williamsburg, Virginia. And in all my copious amounts of free time, which is actually literal because I got my hours cut, I also make historical clothing for myself. And I do freelance work for other museums too. But it's all making historical clothing with some forays into historically inspired cosplay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
John wants to know if you ever made any Victorian-style puppets.
I have never made
sorry.
a puppet before.
Felted Friends.
Felted friend, yeah. I mean, I don't think Grogu counts. But I could make him like a little Victorian, little top hat or something, maybe.
Oh, Victorian Grogu, yes.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh, and like a tiny monocle. Oh my god. Okay, I'm super excited.
Some mutton chops.
Yes. I love it.
I have a question. What's your favorite era to do? Because you do so many different eras and times. Like what would like if you had to be stuck and railroaded and only making like one? What would the one?
Oh, I would probably die. No, I'm kidding. I'd probably say the 16th century Renaissance, because there's actually a lot of different styles and different things to do within that. And there's also a lot of opportunities to play in that time period. So, I mean, there's Renaissance fairs all over the country. I'm also part of the SCA, Society for Creative Anachronism. So there's so much that you can do with that time period. So
Okay.
I'd probably stick with that if I had to choose.
I heard what you said, but I don't know what it meant. So what is the SCA?
Society.
What do they do?
It is an organization that has different groups all over the world at this point, actually, and people who are interested in history that is pre-1600, basically. So medieval, Renaissance, ancient Roman, Norse, Anglo-Saxon. It's not really reenactment because you're not putting on any kind of display or show for the public. It's all for just you and your friends. You can learn to do martial arts from the different periods. You can do, dancing and cooking, and it's all about exploring and these time periods and having fun with your friends. So it's really cool.
That's awesome. I
Like,
wonder
it's
if
like the
Yeah.
501st, but for like.
It is actually, yeah, that's actually a
Yeah.
great way to describe it. It is like the 501st.
I wonder if
although
the-
it probably has fewer rules than the 501st, but
They're very picky.
yeah. I wonder if Cave Geek Art is part of this SCA, because I think that would qualify, right? Because he makes like old maps using like pigments and like bones and
Like traditional
absolutely.
leather tanning.
leather tanning. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
And that's what's cool about it is it's not just like the clothing is a big part of it, but it's really any kind of skill or trade or art within that time period you can explore. So it's pretty amazing.
That's really cool. I need to look that up. That's
Lacey
awesome.
had a question up high.
Yeah.
It was there ever a project you completed that you ended up hating?
Yeah, there definitely have been projects that I've absolutely hated. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but absolutely. And
I'm gonna say for most
Sometimes
creatives, it's everything you make.
Yeah. It's like it's perfect. I hate it. It goes in the bin now. Never shall I look upon thee again, you piece of trash.
that's 100% accurate.
Yeah, the blight of the artist. But Dan has a question. Have you done costumes from other countries such as China, Japan, etc.?
I actually haven't. I guess because it doesn't immediately grab me the way that more Western styles do, but I am kind of curious to explore it someday, just because I am half Chinese, so I want to kind of explore my own ancestry and heritage. So it might be something I do someday, but I have not yet.
What about like fantasy or sci-fi or anything like that? Have you ever made anything like that, like non-real, fictiony?
Yeah, I actually went on my honeymoon to TeslaCon, which is a steampunk convention in Wisconsin. So I have done steampunk stuff a few times, which of course is like kind of cheating because there's historical elements to it. But it is really fun to be able to work outside of the roles I usually work.
That's really cool.
And more fun playing with props for the steampunk stuff too. So that was really cool.
Yeah, I always wanted to do like a steampunky cosplay, but I have yet to do it. Maybe I'll take some advice from you.
Yeah, the TeslaCon convention is really cool because the guy who created it and runs it used to work for Disney. I'm not entirely sure what he did, but his goal is to make it as immersive an experience as possible, within the confines of having it at a hotel convention center. But, he's got like a whole soundtrack for it, and there are these like stock characters that appear at every con, and there's like a loose storyline that happens throughout the weekend and not just panels and classes and things. So TeslaCon is a really cool, just different type of con.
Was that one guy there, the steampunk Abe Lincoln, who really looks like Abe Lincoln? 'Cause that dude's
That guy's-
everywhere.
I don't think I saw him, but yeah, that guy's really cool.
That's awesome. It looks like Lacey's not only your biggest fan, she's trying to boost you up a lot too on TikTok. So
Aw, thank you.
she says if you get a duet on TikTok at some point, don't panic. We're gonna get you some more followers because you deserve some recognition.
I'm like such like an old millennial because I'm just trying to figure out TikTok and how it works.
Hey,
So-
same.
Yeah.
I'm like a month behind every trend every single time, but I still think it's new
Oh, yeah.
because nothing has dates, nothing makes sense. There's like all of us all like, how do you even know? How are you supposed-
I just read an article that says the Gen Z is moving away from TikTok. I'm like, but I just showed up.
Where the fuck is it going? What's
Where you
next?
going? Where you going?
We're going to because it's not Clubhouse. All of us old people are in Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Where are they going? Gen
Yeah,
Z,
like-
where are you going?
I just made a MySpace page, and everybody's like, "What? That's not a thing anymore." What?
I haven't got any hits on my Zynga in a while.
Yeah, my live journal's like empty.
GeoCities.
That was the
I got my Neopets account though, and I'm real excited about. No,
Hey, Neopets will never die.
never. I think they're supposed to be bringing it back at some point. I thought I heard something about that.
Never left, my dude.
Well, I mean, like they're trying to like make it like new and improved and better. And yeah.
It was like the beginning of microtransactions, wasn't it? That was it. That was the thing. Anyway, we're way
Yeah.
off topic, but
Yeah. So, so let's, speaking of finding ourselves again, let's go into our segment that I like to call "Let's Let the Internet Tell Us Who We Are." Kelsey says they're developing a mobile version of Neopets. That'd be awesome.
doing it.
Yes.
Anyway, so this is our segment where we all take a BuzzFeed quiz and tell you what the internet says we're about. So today, again, because Samantha is here, we are going to, the quiz we're doing is called "Everyone Belongs in a Different Historical Era. This is Yours." So we'll just go through and I'll say the questions and the answers, and we'll say which ones we chose, and we'll get our answer at the end.
Yeah.
All right. For those of you that want to follow along, I think we can put it in the chat, right?
On
At
it.
some point. Boom.
It's there.
Oh,
It's already there.
You know what's weird? My YouTube chat for since we started streaming on YouTube is always behind you guys. You guys will make
Yeah.
a comment about something, and 30 seconds after somebody says something, it shows up on my chat.
yeah, mine
Yeah,
is
mine is
also
the
a
same
little
thing.
slow.
Yeah.
It's just Ryan.
Magic.
Anywho,
He's a witch. All right, so the first question is, which modern necessity... Oh, God. Which modern necessity would you need to survive in the past? Toilets, electricity, running water, cars, cell phones, the internet.
running water.
Running water.
Yeah.
Although I am an idiot, so I feel like the internet would be a necessity for me. Like, without Google, I'd be dead, I'm sure. But I'm gonna say running water for practical purposes.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that means clean running water? Like,
It doesn't say.
I mean, clean by our standards?
I could still
Or-
boil it. Like, it's fine. Water is a necessity.
Yeah. Clean water is not always been the same clean over the years.
But dirty water will clean you out.
That's true.
Sorry. I don't know why I said that. I just...
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. I'm gonna go with toilets. 'Cause
I'm gonna
that's
go
part-
with internet.
Yeah.
Nice. Why are you going
That's fair.
toilets, Chunk?
Oh, cause that's
been
also
camping?
part of being clean. I don't wanna just put it anywhere. I would like a specific place to put
You
it.
dig
Yeah,
6
chamber
inches
pot.
into the ground. Or a chamber pot. There are ways
You know,
to still...
sometimes I'm lactose intolerant, so sometimes I don't have a lot of time to go. So I would like just
I think
a
yours
ready
is
place.
worse.
I don't want to have to dig a hole.
Fair point.
Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Oh, it's too late.
Yeah, see?
Gross.
I get it.
Alright,
I'm
next
lactose
one.
intolerant too.
I'm gluten intolerant.
That's fair.
Y'all lost the genetic lottery.
Choose a Renaissance reaction that perfectly captures a night out. There's pictures there that are pretty great. The options are turned up, so hungover, hold my hair, where am I, I'm going to regret this, and no fucks given. Speaking of not needing a toilet, is a kid peeing around. How do I describe? Okay, if you're not looking at these, the turned up is a baby drinking wine. The so hungover is a guy getting stabbed in the head while looking very pleasant. The hold my hair is a woman holding another woman's hair, throwing up, which is, I don't know why that's a Renaissance thing that happens now. Like, it doesn't look any different.
That's old for all times.
Yeah, it's universal. The where am I is a baby, I think.
That's a buff-ass baby.
Yeah, it's a weird mannish looking baby on the ground looking very confused.
That's what Ryan looks like when we make him wake up early for chat time. He has that same look.
The I'm going to regret this is somebody with a hammer and chisel opening up somebody else's head.
Yeah,
And the no
old school
fucks given.
lobotomy.
But it looks like it's like slicing through the entire head.
Yeah, like around in a circle.
Yeah. Like they're about to open it up.
I'm gonna do
And
that
my
one.
favorite. And my favorite is no fucks given.
Yeah.
It's just some
Like
kid peeing on the ground.
I saw
gonna go
that
with
in
that
line
kid.
at Space Mountain once.
Yeah.
I saw a kid. I was on the dock at Jungle Cruise, and a kid was peeing through the fence into the water, and their parent saw it and turned back around and did nothing. I was like, "What?"
Oh, I saw a child poop at Character Walk.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I saw that happen at the Jedi Training Academy.
Oh.
the
That
poor
story gets
custodial
way
person
more
has to
gross,
come
so I'm
over.
not gonna finish it.
Oh no!
You know,
Oh no!
custodial people are the heroes of
They
of-
really
Seriously.
That magical sawdust, man, it'll pick up anything. I'm gonna go with
That's
I'm going to
hilarious.
regret this because I feel like my curiosity would get the better of me, and I'd be like, yeah, sure, open up my head. Let's see what's in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with no fucks given because that's kind of how I am now. But I feel like I might get myself more in trouble because there's less amenities in the past, like medical care and such.
I'm going with
I like-
where am I because. Oh, sorry.
No, good.
I'm gonna go with where am I because I'm not really a big night out person, so I'm probably wondering why I'm out.
That's fair. I'm gonna go with a so hungover because I just like that guy's face as he's getting stabbed and bleeding profusely.
He's so
Maybe
happy.
maybe it's because the blade has already gone through and lobotomized him, so he just doesn't have any emotion anymore.
I think it's like the equivalent of like, this is fine. This is
Yeah.
fine, dog. Way back when.
Okay, this is one of my favorite questions that I was waiting for. What old-timey English phrase is ripe for a comeback? The answers are bang a bonk, bitch the pot, claptrap, nipperkin, flapdoodle, or shoot into the brown.
Oh man, these are gold. I'm gonna go with flapdoodle, and I hope it's nothing terrible because I don't know what any of these mean.
That's exactly what I chose to, flapdoodle. It just sounds like the
great.
most fun.
It also sounds like a great insult, but that like you know it's cushioned already because it's not like you know, it's like nitwit or
Yeah.
something. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Um,
Damn flapdoodle.
I was gonna go with claptrap, but that sounds like an STD. So I'm gonna go with nipperkin. Nipperkin.
Nipperkin.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna find out what that means.
What about you, Samantha?
I like bitch the pot because it sounds like it could be a cool rapper name. Like, I'm bitch.
But it's got to be like
That would
it's got to be
also-
like an old school rap, like old school rap, like not like you know
Exactly.
where it's like real like cheesy, you know, like
I like bang a bonk.
bang a bonk.
You want to know what all
Apparently, nipperkin
Yeah.
is a unit of measurement.
How
Oh.
big is a nipperkin?
It's as big
Something
as
about
big as a
an eighth of a
nipperkin.
gill or something.
Great.
That's what it
Ryan,
says.
Ryan, what do they mean?
So flapdoodle is nonsense.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yep. Bitch the Pot is to host a tea party in Victorian England.
Uh,
Just like a rapper.
Yeah, where we rap at the tea party.
And to bang a bonk is to sit lazily on a riverbank.
Okay.
wow. I can understand
What
why
about-
we don't have a term for that anymore.
Yeah.
What about Yeah. Bang a bonk.
shoot into the brown? I think is the one I'm the most cautiously
Yeah,
curious about.
That is basically just taking your gun and shooting it into the earth.
Oh.
Literally an aiming
Oh.
Oh,
thing. Into the brown, the earth.
The earth.
the Earth.
Because that's something that people do.
Dan says, "Bitch the Pot is Willow's rapper name." What about Claptrap? Did we look up Claptrap?
I feel like it's something to do with someone being mouthy or something.
Yeah.
Just do. Oh,
I was drinking something and I couldn't move
That-
my claptrap.
that was an offensive gesture.
Oh, gotcha. Isn't Claptrap the name of the alligators in Donkey Kong?
I don't,
Don't
know. Are that? Is it?
I think so.
It's a robot in Fallout.
That's
No,
what I was thinking.
not
I was like,
Fallout.
it is Fallout.
Borderlands.
Borderlands, that's right.
Yeah.
I was like, I know that name. Why does that sound familiar? Claptrap.
It's
yeah, from
absurd or
Borderlands.
nonsensical talker ideas.
There you go.
Yeah,
Everything
they're called
I say.
they're called Claptrap with a K. These guys.
Oh,
Oh,
they're so cute. I was thinking of like the big beefy ones that are always walking around.
Oh no, those are Kremlings.
I'm like, I don't know Donkey Kong lore. What's wrong with me?
Yeah, what's wrong with you, Cucumber?
I thought I knew.
Oh, Corey said Borderlands, Claptrap.
Yeah.
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 All right, there's more
think about that.
questions.
Yes, there are. Sorry, I'm on a different page now. I gotta go back. There we go. Which historical fashion item would you totally wear today? Togas, top hats, chainmail, pantaloons, hoop skirts, or corsets?
Top hat.
Top hat for sure.
Oh, shout.
Skirt. Yeah, keep everybody away. I have a little bubble. Nobody can get near.
Yeah. 6 foot hoop skirt. I guess it would have to be
Yep.
12 foot because you're in the middle. 12-foot hoop skirt. Keep everybody
Yeah.
6 feet away at all times.
And then that way, when you're trying to dig a hole to poop chunk, then nobody will see it when it happens.
Yeah, I just do this. I stand around and look around.
Like the elementary school tent. You just live in the skirt.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
I'm going with Lacey this one, and it's definitely corsets. But I feel like I wear half of these every day anyway. So
You wear chainmail?
no, the bottom.
Oh, okay.
half.
I just remembered there's that one dude I still want to get chainmail from.
Oh
From
yeah.
like forever ago.
From
There's
forever
this
ago,
guy
from
on
TwitchCon.
Twitch who, he makes chainmail by hand on his stream, and then like we ran into him, and I was just like, "Hey, can you make chainmail in my size?" Like, yeah, sure, just give me money. Okay. That was like years ago, and I completely forgot about it until right now.
You're welcome. What'd you choose, Ryan?
So, a chainmail?
Zabu zabu.
You chainmail?
Chainmail.
Nice. Pick an enviable Greek god. I don't know if any of them are really enviable.
Hera's
Zeus?
on there.
Zeus, Athena, Poseidon, Aphrodite, and Dionysus.
And Hera.
And Hera, sorry. I think I'm going to choose Athena.
Yeah, she sounds fun.
I envy Poseidon because he can swim.
But, like,
Yeah.
so much shit happens to Poseidon, though.
Yeah, but he can swim.
Yeah.
So much shit happens to all of these gods.
That's
Then
it.
none of them have an easy life. I'm just saying, Poseidon is the one that I envy because I can't swim, and he's all about the swimming.
I'm gonna go with Aphrodite because I do stand around looking sexy a lot.
Yeah, I really need to move that clamshell out of your office. It's getting old.
Like this. Wait.
Starting to smell.
I should have washed it first, please.
Ew.
I didn't scrape.
Didn't
it,
even
but-
remove the animal.
Yeah, it's still there.
Just squirting water out.
No, it's dead.
It's
been
dead.
dead for
Ew. What did you choose, Samantha?
I'm also going Aphrodite.
Nice.
For no other reason than she's the hot one.
That's that's fair. I almost picked Dionysus because he got to drink a lot.
Oh.
Ryan, would you choose? I forgot.
I chose Athena as well.
Athena, cool. So when I read this the first time, I read which old school social event, and then I saw gladiatorial games. I was like, that's not a school social event.
Oh, which old school?
That's which old school social event, not which old school social event. So I was like, I mean, maybe back in the day they had schools that had gladiatorial games. I don't know, but so which old school social event would you attend? Gladiatorial games, an archery contest, a debutante ball, a joust, a live play because those don't exist anymore, or a chariot race.
I feel like acoustics at a live play back then would suck.
Yeah.
So no
Yeah.
thank you. And
Nope.
let's see. It's hard.
I'm a big fan of fighting to the death. So I'm gonna go with gladiatorial games.
You know, they often didn't actually do that.
Oh, really?
Okay, I'll pick something else then.
A debutante ball. They fight to
People
the death
actually-
there, right?
People die to joust all the time.
Yeah,
That
people
one
did
got
die at
bored.
joust all the time because
Okay,
they
I'm
were
gonna go with
dumb.
Yeah.
That also
accident.
wasn't the point of it, but they did it anyway. I'll go with the joust too. That seems fun.
I want to go to an archery contest.
You can do that at El Dorado Park.
Yeah. That sounds
Hey,
like
go to
watching
live-
golf. It sounds very boring.
I'm thinking like Robin Hood style, where like it's like high stakes, and they're I don't know. Leave me alone.
I'm gonna go debutante ball because dancing and fancy dresses
And food.
Boys. And food.
and food.
Nice.
Yes,
Running
food.
water, potentially not clean.
Chamber pots instead of holes in the ground.
Ooh.
Would you rather change history or see the future?
See the future. I don't want to
See
fuck
the
with history.
Feature.
Yeah, right.
Alright, what did everybody get?
I got Elizabethan England.
Same.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh.
You have a mind that craves knowledge and enlightenment. You relish an environment full of literature, poetry, and music. For you, this golden age is all the rage.
I got the future.
Me too.
Ooh.
History? You're
Me
too good for that. You're from the damn future. Enjoy flying cars, teleportation, and hoverboards. I think I win.
Yes.
What'd you get, Samantha?
I also got the future, which is kind of ironic, but I got it.
Oh man, that's amazing. Yay! Awesome. Well,
Hey.
now that we've got to know you a little bit better, let's get to know our good friend, Dr. Know-It-All. So, for those of you that are new, Dr. Know-It-All is our wonderful, multi-headed expert. Today, Dr. Know-It-All's heads look like Chunk, Samantha, Cucumber, and Ryan's forehead. Today, Dr. Know-It-All will be answering your questions, whether it's advice or anything you'd like to know, with one word at a time, one head at a time, until the answer is completed, and then we'll bow to let you know that the answer is complete, in case it's not clear that it's done. That will be the order in which we'll go. Chunk, Samantha,
Sorry?
Cucumber, Ryan.
Yeah. Me first all the time.
And then you're after Ryan.
I'm after Ryan.
Gotcha. Good? Cool.
Yes.
So if those of you have anybody has questions for Dr. Know-It-All, anything you'd like to know, whether it's related to today or in general, that's fine. Put them in the chat and we'll get to them as soon as we see them. I do have a question for Dr. Know-It-All to start us off. Dr. Know-It-All, what decade do you think you belong to?
The
Correct.
Decade.
Or
which
I
Belong.
2.
is
obviously
The.
Elizabethan.
era. Decade. Culture.
Because
I
Absolutely.
Love.
art,
and
Culture.
The
inspiring,
pinnacle
Of.
modern.
civilization.
Wow.
Well.
We were doing pretty okay for the, for the beginning there. Oh, man. All right, Dr. Know-It-All. Aaron wants to know, why are instructions for building things always so confusing?
Instructions.
Are
difficult
Because.
Sometimes.
people
hate
Reading.
And
don't
understand
That.
that.
yes
That.
That when.
they
charge Thank you, Amber. Thank you for that lovely addition.
There.
Are.
consequences,
Who
Not. Not.
not N-O-T not.
It's just the space between your word and then this word is so long that I forget where we are.
Well, the grammar gave up a long time ago.
What?
What?
Like I said. Done. We're done. We're
I'm
moving
out.
on.
I'm out. We're sorry. That question. Nope.
We can't even finish our answers today, guys.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Oh, man.
My attention span is about 3.5 seconds. You go past that, I'm out. I'm out.
Clearly. Okay, Dr. Know-It-All, let's try to get this one done. Dr. Know-It-All, how does a guillotine work?
Okay.
A.
skilled,
Executioner.
Pulls.
The.
cord,
Very.
Quickly.
And.
then
Releases.
A.
Large.
blade,
Over.
Someone's.
Neck.
Bravo! Keep it simple, stupid. Oh man. Well, now we got a good one. You can go back to being ridiculous, I guess. Dr. Know-It-All Corey wants to know, what is going to be the next big trend on TikTok?
The.
Gen Zers,
Are.
Planning.
To.
abandon,
TikTok.
All. Together? Is
The.
that one word?
Altogether is one word. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, all together. Because.
they
Saw.
The.
Millennials.
taking
Over.
Now.
There.
creating,
Old.
MySpace.
Profiles.
and
Top.
Hat.
Damn it.
Chronicles.
I was going with it with MySpace. I hope we were going to go for the top 8.
Oh!
Cat.
association, Ryan.
I mean, it kind of is. All right. This will be our last question, I think, of the day. From Lacey.
Thank you.
Dr. Know-It-All, where is your doctorate from? That's a question that hasn't been asked
Oh,
yet.
yeah. And we do try to answer start the answer with sort of repeating the question.
Yes.
Yes.
Something we didn't mention.
Oh, yeah, we didn't mention that either. Sorry. My fault.
My
Doctorate.
Is
From
the
University.
of
hard
hard, he said.
oh hard, he said. I didn't hear it
I don't know why.
because there's network issues. Hard.
Flapdoodle.
No, Chuck didn't even get a word.
It's probably for the better anyway.
So yeah, the School of Hard Flapdoodle, or University of Hard Flapdoodle,
No. Hard, comma, flapdoodle.
and
Wits.
Of
A
prestigious. This time he didn't say anything.
Prestigious.
Yeah.
prestigious, 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 prestigious,
Prestigious. Prestigious.
prestigious.
Focus,
Any
Ryan.
word will
Focus.
do. Any word will do. Fucking butterfly. Potato. Yeah,
Leaving,
cool.
Ryan. Ryan is leaving. That's gone. I lost it.
The School of Hard. The School of Hard.
Hard flapdoodle.
Flapdoodle. And
Prestigious
wits
potato.
of prestigious.
Wits of prestigious
Good.
potato.
That's good.
It's a prestigious potato.
Wow.
Got it. Wow.
Oh boy.
Lacey says this segment always reminds me of that one scene from Monty Python's Quest for the Holy Grail with the three-headed knight.
It really does, doesn't it? But that's not how this game is supposed to work.
Nope. Oh man. Thank you, Samantha, for joining us.
My pleasure.
Yay!
Sorry, I'm still recovering from that last one. Thank you for joining us. We are very interested to see your next projects, and if you ever do some cool like nerdy Victorian mashups, let us know. We will be happy to have you back to show that off.
Or even if you don't do that, we'd be happy to have you back.
Yeah, we're happy to have you back anytime.
There's no special requirements for
lot
you to
of
come
fun.
back.
Yeah, there's
No,
a few
you don't come back till you have
prerequisites. You're
Victorian
gonna take
Deadpool.
Yeah, you're going to take a couple of these starter classes before you go and earn your degree at the prestigious Flapdoodle potato.
University of Hard Flapdoodles. But thank you for joining us again. Remind the people where they can find you and see your stuff.
Yeah.
I am on multiple locations: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram as the Couture Courtesan. So
Yeah, we'll put up the links in the chat so you can follow if you haven't already.
Also in the description of the video below as well.
Hooray!
Even better. Yay. So thanks for joining us, everybody. We will not be rating again because we're on YouTube, but we are doing our partner push right now. So even though we are on YouTube today, we are on Twitch on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Friday nights. So please show up and stay for the whole time. We don't care if you put it on low volume and put it to the side and just lurk. But as long as the volume's on and you're watching, join us though. It's a lot of fun for those shows. We play D&D Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and then we do Trashterpiece Theater on Fridays, where we read plays without any rehearsal or prior planning.
Or talent.
Or common sense, I guess, depending on what show
or
you're watching.
Flapdoodles. No, actually, we bring a lot of Flapdoodle.
A lot of flapdoodle. But yeah, so join us on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on Twitch. And make sure you're telling your friends, help us get that check mark so we can get more advertisement and more clout and bring some more great content to you. Everything else will be on YouTube. Keep an eye out. If you haven't joined our Discord, the link is in the chat. Please join our Discord so you can be part of the conversation, so you can see what's coming. You can hear announcements of when we're going live, and also follow up with us on shows and chat with us and tell us what you think and everything.
Just hang out with the cool community. We got lots of folks in there, and everybody's real nice.
Yeah, and feel free. We have places for you to promote your own stuff. So we want to boost you up just as much as we'd like you to help us out too. So we're definitely a family here at Perception Studio. So come join us, Samantha. Please feel free to join our community as well if you'd like to interact with our peeps. If anybody has any more questions for you, I'm sure they can talk to you there. But thanks again, everybody, for joining us. Stay tuned tomorrow for Exacerbators and Trash to Peace Theater. Let's say thank you to our patrons. If you haven't joined our Patreon yet, there it is.
Oh, that was weird.
Yeah. Thank you very much to our Patreon producers, Option Delete and Liam Huddlemeyer. Thank you so much for your very generous donations to us. And all these names here on the right side of the screen are all our patrons. So if you are curious, if you have an extra $1 or $5 a month to spend that you aren't spending because you're not going outside the house,
so really you're out of excuses. Just give us your fucking
come share some money with us. Help us out. It would help us out a lot. I'm still pushing the fact that if we get to $1,000 a month donated, we're gonna get a Cucumber OnlyFans.
That's 2,000, by the way.
It's 2,000. Oh, 2,000.
2,000. I will make the Cucumber OnlyFans. It's not a joke. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. So tell your friends. If you get 10 friends to do $1 a month, that'll help. So. Help us out, get that OnlyFans up, and be the first. Is it the first puppet OnlyFans?
No, actually, it's not. There's already a fellow
Felted
out
Friends,
there.
sorry.
Yeah, representing
Oh, yeah.
us.
But is it like sexy?
It's actually very sexy. He's got like an 8-pack.
Okay.
It's great. It's one of the best things I've ever seen in my life.
I'll have to look it up. Chris Patstone says, an impeachment trial, a White House press briefing, and a chat time live at the same time. What do I choose? Obviously, chat time.
Yeah,
That is
Chat time.
clearly that
Where else
is
can you
the
learn
most
about
important thing.
Flappadoodle?
Yeah, flapdoodles and what shooting
Bing-ka-bonk
into the
or
brown.
Bonka Bank?
Bonka bank.
What?
Bang a bonk. Bang a bonk.
Bang a bonk.
Bang a bonk. I just make it up. No one will know the difference. Fiddly poo.
Exactly, same thing. But yeah, so thanks again to our patrons over here on the right side of the screen, and thank you again to Samantha. Thanks for joining us. Follow her stuff, support her. Thank you, Lacey, for helping support her on TikTok. I don't know how to do any of that, so thank you. But thanks to all of you for watching. Come back again next week. We love having you here at chat time and hanging out with y'all. So have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye, goodbye.